Good morning, this is Chandler, Bull Ridge Plumbing. Doing a dirty movie up here on the roof at 2775 Olive Drive. Currently out at 100 feet. Looking at what I believe to be the city flow right here. We'll start coming back, give you a good look at that tap. Right there's our tap. That's where we're dumping into the city. Nice look at it right there. Clay system. So clay system, typically we're going to see a little bit of separation, stuff like that. But we'll point that out as we get there. Right away, we're kind of going into a little bit of a belly right here, starting at about 96, 97 feet right there. As we come back, you can see there's a little bit of debris there. Some toilet paper that's being left behind. Anytime we have a belly like this is always a place of concern because it can slow the flow of solids and could cause a possible backup. Still in this belly that started at 96 feet. And now we're starting to come out of that belly right here. We're also on an incline right here. So the pipe drops down and then kind of levels out into that belly that started at 96 feet and we're at now 75 feet. So there's about 20 feet there that's holding water. That's always a concern. That can definitely slow those solids and could cause a possible backup. As we come back, this looks very typical of a clay system. Now we're kind of leveling out. You can kind of see on my counter in the left-hand corner there, I'll go back into that steep decline. We're about a 30, minus 16 right there. It's a nice steep grade, and then it levels out. So the steep grade definitely helps in that situation as far as any backups. Right here, left-hand side there, you can see we've got some root growth going on. That root looks pretty heavy, stops right there. Very typical of a clay system to have roots growing like that. We can get in there and treat that. There's some more roots there on the left-hand side. A little root ball that's coming down from the top there. This system may have been cleaned recently. Looks like those roots have been kind of chopped off. Definitely want to make sure that we're treating that with some kind of a chemical to stop that root growth. We like to use a Root-X. Seems to work pretty well. Has a herbicide built into it to stop that root growth. Some more roots growing right there at that joint. Once again, very typical of a clay system. We just have to maintain it. Right here, we've changed. We are now in a cast iron system, which means we're probably underneath the house. This looks pretty typical of clay, cast iron. Kind of bumpy, got some ridges and valleys in it, but it does appear to be fairly smooth and flowing. We do have a little bit of solid right there that got left behind, but I do believe that'll flush. And right here, we're making our turn, coming up the vent stack that I accessed here on the roof. We got some droplets of water on the end of the camera there. That's why you can't see real well. But we're coming up that vent stack. And here's the vent stack that we accessed right here on the roof. Good look at the street. So, definitely have some places of concern where that big belly is. That goes on for about 20 feet. Could possibly slow the flow of solids and cause backups. I do believe that this house may possibly have those problems from time to time. So I will leave that as our recommendation. We're going to take a look at this on a little bit bigger screen and write that down and go from there. Thanks for watching.